boxer, actor, convicted rapist. These are all titles that Mike Tyson has held throughout his lifetime. Tyson has lived a very exciting life in which he has done many positive and negative things. For better or for worse, he will always be a memorable figure in history. Growing up, Tyson was a troubled child and often got into trouble with the law. According to an article written on June 12, 2020, called Mike Tyson Biography, at the age of 2, his dad abandoned them, forcing his mother to take care of him and his 2 siblings on her own. At the age of 12, Tyson was arrested for purse stealing and sent to Tyron School for Boys, where he met Bob Stewart, who taught him boxing in an effort to reform the angry child. Eventually, Stewart felt he could no longer teach Tyson anything, so he introduced him to Cus D'Amato. D'Amato and Tyson became very close, and D'Amato even became Tyson's legal guardian. In 1985, D'Amato died of pneumonia, which had a very deep emotional impact on Tyson. Next, Tyson's professional life is even more eventful than his childhood. According to an article written on May 26th of 2008 by Simon Loeb called Mike Tyson Timeline, in the year 1986, at the age of 20, Tyson knocked out Trevor Berbick in the second round and became the youngest ever heavyweight champion of the world. In June of 1997, Tyson fought Evander Holyfield in a highly anticipated rematch, where in the last match, Holyfield had beaten Tyson and defended his heavyweight belt. For context, Tyson claimed that part of the reason he lost in the last fight was because Holyfield had been illegally headbutting him, and the referee did nothing about it. Tyson wanted revenge. So, in retaliation, Tyson made the decision in the third round to bite Holyfield's ear, completely severing part of it. When the fight was inevitably stopped, Tyson attempted to rationalize his decision by explaining that he was headbutted in the last fight, but the officials did not agree with his rationale, and sadly he was disqualified. On November 28, 2020, Tyson will be coming out of retirement at the age of 54 to fight Roy Jones Jr., also coming out of retirement age 51. Since both of the men are in their 50s, the fight will be an exhibition match with larger gloves. They won't be trying for a knockout either. Instead, they will be trying to show off their skills and put on a show. The current pay-per-view price is set at $49.99, according to an online article written by Brent Brookhouse on October 23rd of 2020. Lastly, Tyson has had some ventures outside of the athletic world. While he's not known for his acting ability, Tyson has played roles, often as himself, in a number of movies and TV shows. To name a few, The Hangover, Grudge Match, and my personal favorite, a fictional animated series featuring Tyson in the lead role as himself, called Mike Tyson Mysteries. The boxer has had a sizable number of encounters with the law before and after he became famous. According to an article titled The Decision, Mike Tyson's Rape Trial 25 Years Later, written by Evan West in January of 2017, he spent 6 years in prison for the rape of Miss Black Rhode Island, Desiree Washington. This, along with several charges of domestic assault, leaves Tyson with a reasonably large criminal record. In 1988, allegations of abuse against his wife at the time, Robin Givens, surfaced. In 1988, Tyson broke a bone in his right hand in a 4 a.m. street fight with Mitch Green. According to Tyson, Green was upset with Tyson for walking in what Green considered to be his hood. The two men got into a verbal altercation, and the situation just escalated from there. According to an article written by Adnan Riaz in December of 2019, titled Mike Tyson Recalls What Happened in His Controversial Street Fight with Mitch Green, in recent years, Tyson has become much more mellow and regrets many of his past actions. In conclusion, it doesn't matter if it's in the boxing ring, on the streets, or in his domestic life, Tyson has always been a fighter. While he has had many highs and lows throughout his career, he will always be a notable figure in sports and cinema history.